make it on the up and up. So let's bring her on. Please welcome to the stage, Cabell Wilkinson, everybody. Welcome. Cabell, how are you?
Good.
Awesome. All right. So, Cabell, you made it all the way here from Winston-Salem. Is that right?
Yes, I came from a very long distance. It's the magical land of pantyhose factories and a phallic bank building, just for you. Came all that way.
Wait, say that again?
There is a phallic bank building in my hometown.
Really?
And I think for the Winstonians, it is their spiritual, totem, their protective animal.
See, totem or scrotum?
Well, a scrotum
Can
can
we
be a
say that?
totem.
I think we can say
Well,
that.
it's,
Let's say that.
well, it's too late now.
It's too late
it's out
now.
there.
Good.
And by the way, I'm sorry that your foot hurts.
Oh,
I
no.
understand. Because sometimes my jaw hurts, when I wake up in the morning. Because when you're in comedy, you've got to pay your dues, and I needed gas money, and I can't really talk about it, but I could show you on the dinosaur where the man touched me, if you like.
It's happening.
I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea. Everyone's so tense. They're like,
Yep.
what's going to happen?
We
We just got a dinosaur now. This is what we have now. This is thanks to Chad and
Inflatable.
got a
Sarah.
little dinosaur.
Chad and Sarah. Toot, 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 toot. Now it's out of the camera. Now it's in the
Oh,
camera.
there he goes. Ooh.
Hey. Camera 2. Cool. Now he's going to be right there. She's going to be right there. She? Okay.
It's great that he's here. I love the dinosaur. I love the little pirate ship. It's like a child psychologist office, but it also looks sort of like
Can we get a shot of that?
a porn studio kind of boiler room thing going on
Let's
at the same
get a
time.
shot of that. So if you see that again, if you pan a little to the skull, that skull doesn't quite have diamonds on it yet.
No.
It's not as.
Not quite. We're going to ask Chad and Sarah to help that out. Let's see if we
That
get
must
some
have been the
diamonds
Groupon
that.
skull. I don't know.
No, it's an awesome skull for the record. I do love it. We just need to have a little more affliction.
I like the diamond skull, though. It's sort of like what Ed Hardy wished he could have done.
Oh my God. There we go. That's the one.
Like
That's the
instead
one.
of a tattoo, he would have done that to his own.
Yeah, it would have been like, kids.
I mean, if we can go back to that for a minute, this just clicked with me. Someone lived an entire life. They did things, they existed, they died, and then someone took their head and put diamonds on it.
Yeah.
And now that's what they do.
Yep.
Like, I'd be so insulted if my skull went to some jerk putting diamonds on it. Or maybe I'd feel awesome. I mean, I'd be dead. I couldn't feel. But you see what I mean?
But think of it.
Yeah.
They didn't buy it, and now it's just in his house.
Yeah, like it's not even like, it didn't even work. It was a failed experiment with my own skull. I'd be so disappointed.
Well, it's just the amount of cocaine it would take to fuel that project to me. That takes so much energy. Like, just like,
Sugar in the morning, sugar in the evening, sugar at supper time.
just sticking
You
the
certainly
diamonds
can't feel
on there.
good the whole time.
I just realized something.
What?
Cocaine, art, no compensation, get money Miami. That's what this was.
You figured it out. That's
I
incredible.
solved it, guys. I solved it.
Yeah.
That was the one.
Oh, I helped you. Nancy Drew had the clue. Oh my God.
Oh, all right, Cabell, I have questions.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. The skull, it's just, it's mind-blowing. What made you get into comedy? That's what everyone here wants to know. They're sitting there thinking, how did you get into comedy?
I had friends and family tell me that I should do it. I had a college professor at UNCG tell me that I should do it. Granted, he told me not to write books and not to teach or probably interact with healthy people, but maybe just to bring joy to alcoholics at 2 a.m. And I think he really understood me. And that really meant something. And so here I am now. And, it's wow. I mean, where do you go with that? So that pretty much sums it up.
I like it.
I wish I could take credit for all the magic, but no, it was,
The one college professor in Greensboro.
it's the one guy that's like, get out of the university system and never come back. And just go to a little hole and tell your jokes, not even on a stage, just find a plank of wood on 2 cinder blocks under a lamp that's more like a French fry heater and just
Express yourself.
babble incoherently at alcoholics. You can do it, Cabell.
Which, by the way, most of those, yeah, there we go, yeah.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Most of those
I love that.
alcoholics are other comedians, by the way.
Yes.
Like, that's what for the comedians in the crowd, they know those are, yeah, it's them.
I remember one of my first times doing comedy, and this was at the Punchline in San Francisco. Like for a couple of years, I lived there. Way long ago, when I was years old, and there was this middle-aged, kind of hard-boiled guy, the comedian. His name was Larry Bubbles Brown. Real guy. He's like, I just did some really great pills last night. I'm like, oh my God, I am home. This is home. And he just looked me dead in the eye. It was really creepy. And he's like, how long have you been doing comedy? I was like, 6 months. He's like, oh, you're a comedy fetus. You should be aborted. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, wow.
Oh!
Wow. But that's what came out of his mouth.
Thanks, Bubbles.
Yeah, Bubbles.
Bubbles Brown.
Bubbles wasn't holding back, and maybe it was like, all the Percocets he did in the men's room. I don't know, but that's what came out.
That's what came out. But that was not, I want to say that
With
that was...
a name like Bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've had some pretty unique moments, I would say.
I've lost count at this point. I mean, I have some favorites. Can I tell you one of my favorite
Please tell me one of your
moments
favorite
in stand-up
moments.
comedy? Okay, so I was doing stand-up. Again, this was in San Francisco. I was doing stand-up.
That's in California, by the way.
Yes.
Just so everyone knows.
I was at a laundromat that had a stage and a microphone. It was very confusing for the people that were trying to clean their clothes. And they're looking at us like, what is going on here? Why are you in here? And so we're trying to do stand-up. And I think it was called The Brainwash. I think that was the name of the business. Anyway, so...
Oh, the comedy
So
plunge.
we're doing our So we're doing our shtick, and in wanders a methed out prostitute who sits in the very front, and she was what I would call like a helpful heckler, where she's like, like she thinks she's helping, and she doesn't realize the chaos and just like what she's doing is pretty much ruining the show. So it's like, great, I have to make friends with this lady, and so I get up there, I'm like, wow, you're so awesome, thank you for supporting live comedy, amongst your other things that you do to yourself, and I was just doing my shtick, and just randomly I said, God, I could really go for some vodka right now because this place only served beer. And she's like, I got some. And she pulls a bottle of vodka out of her purse. And she hands it to me, and I took it, and I took this big swig.
No. Oh, gross. That's so
And I
gross.
just wiped my mouth, and I handed it back to her, and we were sisters in laughter that night. And wherever she is, thank you, meth prostitute. That's all I've got to say. So
That's
that
a
was,
redundant title, by the way.
I know.
That's pretty much just prostitute. Takes care of that whole thing.
Well, yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
anyway.
Well, still, I want to hear so bad, and everyone else will too. Tell us about being the opening act for burlesque shows.
That was incredible, because I had the incredible responsibility of giving joy and laughter to the crowd while the girls' pasties dry in the back. It's a real responsibility. But it was just fun because you go back there and like the dressing room is pure chaos. There's like lace and rhinestones and feathers flying around and people practicing their, twirly routines. Like just, there were boobs everywhere. Just like, you almost have to like sift through them just to find out. So, how much time you want me to do and where I'm supposed to be and all of that good stuff. And for me, it was just so fun because I got to wear the sparkly gown and these sparkly heels and just, have my hair up and false eyelashes. It was fantastic. It's like I got in touch with my inner drag queen. And just to get up there, and a crowd like that has so much energy and enthusiasm, and they're just so with you. And this was at Big Mama's House of Burlesque at the Visual Light Theater in Charlotte, and it was an incredible experience, truly. Doing comedy with burlesque is one of the most fun things I've ever done. I'd highly recommend it to any comic that wants to do it.
That's cool.
Because the energy, they're just so into it, and they're so supportive. And and the kind of talented people you get to meet, like, the dancers, the other performers. A lot of times you'll have variety acts, people that can, like, set themselves on, like, they'll set a, boob on fire, and they just, like, put it out. Like, that's incredible. Like, I just...
That is pretty incredible, I will admit.
Just...
So, although you can't do that, or I guess won't, I guess you could try, but
I don't think I should try. I
Yeah.
don't think that will go well.
I don't want to try. But where can people see you? Where are you performing next?
Next, June 14th, I will be at the Charlotte Comedy Zone. We are doing the Funny on the Fly. It's a game where You have a bunch of comics. We're handed an envelope with unknown topics, and we don't know what it's going to be. And we just have to like write material around it and just roll with it. And it's actually a lot of fun.
So it's June 14th. Anyone in
fun.
Charlotte, make sure you go out and see Cabell. Should they try to find you on Facebook?
Yes, I'm on Facebook. Please find me, friend me, stalk me if you like. That's
Cool.
pretty much what face stalking. That's face stalk. I don't know. That's what it's for.
It is what it's for. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, Cabell, it's been a blast having you on. I really appreciate it. Make sure you go and check her out on Facebook and on YouTube. Please give her a big round of applause for Cabell Wilkinson. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. Cool. All right.
Laughs and jokes for all your folks, so it's the